Good evening. Welcome to our Sunday night call. Tonight we're going to be focusing on essential oils for inflammation and pain. And we're going to talk first about the two different kinds of pain. Two different kinds of pain is acute pain and chronic pain. So acute pain would be my daughter fell today and she hurt her knee, or I cut my finger and a paper cut. Those would be acute pain. So it's something that causes it and it's immediate. The chronic pain would be something like a chronic backache, arthritis. And so what pain is it's inflammation. That's what most chronic pain is caused by, is inflammation. So inflammation is when you have the skin inflamed, the tissues inflamed, and then it causes pain. Some of the major oils that help with pain management: marjoram, lavender, peppermint, and then I'm going to go over blends today that cover with that pain too. So the first one we are going to talk about is our Aroma Touch. And the reason I like Aroma Touch is because it has all of those oils in it already and it's made into a blend. So I have a 7-year-old who's having some growing pains in her shins. And I took my Aroma Touch and my carrier oil, and I put a little bit in my hand, probably 2 drops of Aroma Touch, squirted in my carrier oil, rubbed it, and then rubbed it on her legs. So Aroma Touch is doTERRA's massage blend. So massage therapists tend to use this one a lot because it helps with the massage. It also is really good for any of your chronic pain elsewhere in your body. For example, ankles, joints, knees, lower back. The ingredients in here is cypress, peppermint, marjoram, basil, grapefruit, and lavender. And so the top 3 for pain management that I talked about at the beginning are in here. So this is a great oil to have on hand for that purpose. Another wonderful oil to have on hand is Deep Blue, and I prefer it in the roller bottle. So you just take it out, it's already mixed for you. It's the Deep Blue oil here, and then they mix it with carrier oil for you, so you don't have to worry about doing that. This one I have a lot of clients use for arthritis. They swear by it. They put it on their hands. A lot of them have like grip issues because there's so much inflammation in their hands, and it helps with that, or if they're writing a lot. My mom actually had reconstructive foot surgery and has been dealing with a lot of pain. She's not been able to walk like she did before the surgery. And she went to the doctor, got a shot, hopefully helping with the inflammation. It helped for a couple of days, and she started rubbing the Deep Blue on her foot every night, and she has had the most amazing results. So she's really enjoying this one. And so that is inflammation from the surgery, but also there's arthritis in her foot. The thing that doTERRA does awesomely with Deep Blue is there's a whole line of Deep Blue. So I'm going to cover 2 more Deep Blue products that are kind of my favorites. This is the Deep Blue Rub. So in this lotion bottle is a full bottle of the oil. So they've just put it into the ocean, or the lotion. So then that's the carrier oil. This one is wonderful to layer on after you've used the oil, just for an extra like 2 punch. It's very easy to use. That's why people like, they don't have to mix. You just take a little bit, whoops, whoa, we're bowling over here. Rub it together and then just place it wherever it hurts. I kind of have a neck ache tonight, so I'll put it right here. So Deep Blue is a really great one for any type of inflammation, pain management. Can be used after working out. So that day after, when you're really sore, you can rub it on legs, arms, whatever tends to be sore. That soreness comes from breaking down the tissues and tearing the muscle tissue, which causes inflammation. So that's exactly what you're feeling that day after your workout. The other Deep Blue product they have is the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. So this is really a wonderful supplement to add. It's just a little veggie capsule here. And a serving is 2 capsules. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm actually going to read you some of the things that are in here, because this one, I know a lot of people have heard of turmeric, and people are making like the turmeric paste to put in their little lattes at night and stuff. And so this one actually has polyphenol extracts of frankincense, which is a huge anti-inflammatory, turmeric, green tea, ginger, pomegranate, and grapeseed. So this is almost like the nature's version of, say, Tylenol, which I think is wonderful, or Advil. So that you take 2 pills every time, or 2 veggie caps every time you need it, and you'll notice as things come up, maybe from a workout, or like I said, my mom is using it after her surgery, having wonderful results, and it's because it's helping to decrease that inflammation in the body. So those are the 3 Deep Blue products. I'm going to cover a couple just basic peppermint things. So peppermint is wonderful for pain management. One, because it has a cooling effect to it. So it's going to help to bring down any heat. So say you were to twist your ankle and it's swollen and it's warm and it's just not feeling good. Peppermint is a great oil to apply because it's going to help cool the body temperature, help cool that skin down. So my preference is the peppermint in the roller bottle, again, just for ease of use. And I'll use this, say if I have a headache, I will take it and just rub it right along my hairline, right on my temples, back of my neck, and it just helps to relieve that tension and that muscle strain. The other way you can take peppermint or use peppermint is in their beadlets. So this is a great thing to do if you have a headache. You just take 1 or 2 beadlets, put them in your mouth, and then you can bite down on them or you can just swallow them. Biting down preferable because then you're getting the oil right to the roof of your mouth, and that's going to go right into your bloodstream. It's going to help with that headache and that head tension. So peppermint is another great one for that. So we have covered AromaTouch, our Deep Blue. I'm going to move on to, let me do frankincense real quick. So frankincense I love. I put frankincense underneath my tongue every day for inflammation, stress, and anxiety. So it covers a lot of things. When I use it in my roller ball here, I use this for neck tension. I use this on the kids if they're not feeling well. There's some inflammation going on, so I tend to use it for that. I also use frankincense for if the kids fell and they're trying to heal. So I'll use lavender on the skin first to calm it, and then some frankincense to help with any inflammation. So this one's also wonderful if you're having any type of neck, muscle tension, muscle aches. I just take this, I rub the frankincense on first, and then I follow it up with either the Deep Blue rub or the Deep Blue oil in the roller. So I like to layer them. The Deep Blue has that menthol-y, so it helps to drive the frankincense into the skin and into the cells a little bit more. So that one is wonderful. Another really great one for any type of pain and inflammation, especially tension in the upper body, is Past Tense, which is doTERRA's tension blend. This one also not only is very good for tension, it's very good for calming. So a lot of times we tend to drive like this, or we're stressed out, and so we bring our shoulders to our ears. So that's tension. So not only is it helping with the tension and the muscle discomfort, but it's also helping mentally you to calm down. So another great side note on Past Tense is it's great for kids before testing because it really helps them to stay alert, but yet it calms them down. So besides the pain, it also has another great use. And then Clary Calm, a wonderful blend for women for that time of the month. This one you can rub right on your lower abdomen, and it really helps with that discomfort and that pain. I also tend to sometimes rub it on my lower back because I usually get lower back pain also, and that helps to alleviate some of that. So any of these that I'm talking about, you again can layer. So you could put frankincense and then the Clary Calm. You can put frankincense and then Past Tense. So you kind of figure out what works for you and what oils you like the best, or what oils you have on hand. The reason I'm kind of going through about 8 to 10 different options is because I don't know what oils you have in your home, and I want you to be able to use what you have already at your house. All right. So I've covered a lot of the pain things you would use. The last 2 things I'm going to touch on. One is a lot of pain and inflammation is caused because our insides are not at optimal capacity or optimal, working optimally, kind of like a well-oiled machine. So I'm going to talk about doTERRA's supplements for one moment, their vitamin complex here. So my first one is the vitamin mineral complex. This one has a lot of natural foods in it. I love it because it is just a natural vitamin. It's made in a veggie cap. Before taking doTERRA's vitamins, I was kind of a vitamin snob, if you would say. I would find a certain brand that I liked and I would pay for it because I knew I was getting the best quality. Well, now I know because when doTERRA created these, they created them with the same standard as they do their oils, that this is the best vitamin out there. It's one of my favorites. Some of the whole foods that are in here are kale, parsley, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage and spinach. So not only are you getting all the vitamins and minerals you need, but there's actually some whole foods in here, which I think is wonderful. The second one is the Alpha CRS. This is their cellular vitality complex. This is going to work more at a cellular level. And helps with metabolic factors and cellular energy. So it's working at a cellular level, getting into the mitochondria of the cell. So this one is another great one for inflammation. As cells begin to die off, that's going to cause some inflammation because they're not healthy, thriving cells. And that helps with the cell proliferation to get them out of your system. And the last one, which is probably the most anti-inflammatory out of the three, is the essential oil omega complex. The reason I love this one is not only do you have the fish oil and the ALA, the SDA, and the GLA that you need, but it also has this essential oil blend. So there are 9 essential oils in each of these gel caps. So you're getting the oils that you should be consuming on a daily basis internally, right in your fish oil, in your cap. Inside here is the fish oil. Like I said, I could not take vitamins that had fish oil. It would give me the worst stomach ache. These don't smell like fish oil. You don't have an aftertaste. There's nothing burped up from them. They are fabulous. So the oils that are in here: clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and chamomile. So clove, frankincense, the orange, the peppermint, the ginger, and the chamomile are all anti-inflammatory. So on a daily basis, you're fighting that inflammation in your body, which I think is fabulous. To go with that, where's my other, this last little thing here. So one other thing, I wanted to read this real quick. So to manage inflammation and pain, the resveratrol, ellagic acid, tomato fruit extract, turmeric, milk thistle, boswellia, which is a form of frankincense, fish oil, flaxseed, and clove are great for managing pain. That is in these bottles. So not only are you getting those oils I talked about, but you're also getting the other 7-8 things I just mentioned that help with the inflammation and pain. So really helping to take that inflammation out of your system, which is going to have like pain decreases, because pain is out there because of the inflammation. If there was no inflammation, you wouldn't have the pain. So we need to get rid of the inflammation so that pain can go down. Think of arthritis. It's an inflamed joint, and then it gives you pain. The last little one I'm going to touch on is myrrh. And the reason I'm going to touch on myrrh is because I mentioned in my little post today about paper cuts. So kind of more in a first aid than an inflammation, but a sliver. I went to the zoo today. One of my little guys got a sliver. And then if you get like a paper cut or something, myrrh is like liquid Band-Aid. So if you have pain, because I know paper cuts can be such a pain, you would just take the myrrh and put a drop or two right on the site where there was a sliver, where you had your paper cut, and it helps to seal that up and keeps everything from getting into it and helps it heal internally out. So just another little free tip on inflammation and pain would be the myrrh. So for those that just jumped on, hi Jen, hi Nicole, go back and listen. It was just a really quick 13-minute one tonight, but I did cover everything that you would want to use for pain and inflammation, ranging from headaches to chronic pain, and different ways you can use them. One other thing before we run, because I just mentioned headaches again, and I was thinking of something for frankincense. So frankincense, like I said, is the overall best one for headaches besides your peppermint. If you take frankincense and you put a drop on your thumb and you press it to the roof of your mouth, it's going to help with that inflammation causing the headache. And so it actually gets right into the roof of your mouth. It gets into your bloodstream and then can cross your blood-brain barrier. So it's another wonderful one for inflammation, headache, that kind of stuff caused by lots of tension. So let me know if you have any questions. I don't see any here. Kristen, Deep Blue is amazing. Changed my life with menstrual cramping. Can't go without it. Yes, I actually didn't even think about that. I've used Clary Calm for that, but not Deep Blue. So thanks for mentioning that. And that's it. If you guys have any other questions, message me. And I hope to see you again on Sunday next week. We are going to cover the other items I use by doTERRA that are not oil. So it'll be kind of a fun little session. 9:30 again right here, and if you just jumped on, you can go ahead and check out the recording that'll show up in about 30 seconds. Have a great week. Talk to you guys later. Bye.